Hey guys, it is Tel with Oshawa Bushcraft, and today we're going to be looking at the Canadian Forces 1964 pattern rucksacks. I want to give you guys a little bit of disclaimer here at the beginning. These packs came into service in 1964 and went out in 1982. I joined the Army much after that. These were long out of service when I joined. So I was never actually issued one of these packs. We need to do a real quick history lesson on these packs too. There's literally books probably written on this, but we're going to burn through this real quick. So in 1964, the Army adopted a whole new line of equipment for the soldiers, and the pack that were issued was originally called the 64 pattern rucksack, and it was a piece of garbage. It didn't have a frame or any kind of structure. It wasn't modular. The soldiers absolutely hated it and practically refused to use it. The Army needed to find something new. This pack already existed in the system for a specialized purpose, and it was just adopted as their generalized pack. The American military also adopted a very similar pack at the same time, and both armies went through a couple of different generational changes. They were made out of some different materials, and a few things changed from here and there. Again, there's lots of information out there on it. If you want more information, you can join the Oshawa Bushcraft group and we can have a conversation about it. Okay, so you might wonder, why am I shooting this video if I was never issued one of these packs? Two reasons. One, people kept asking for it. So people ask for the information, I'm going to do my best. Two is, I have some cool projects coming up in future videos that we're going to have to refer back to this information in the next video. So this is the stepping stone to something. With both the American and the Canadian militaries issuing these packs around the Vietnam era, they became the predecessor to both the Alice pack and the 82 pattern pack. And many features of both packs you can see originated from this design. The biggest change, obviously, is that your sleep system is mounted above your rucksack. On every other military rucksack that exists, it's almost always mounted down below. Looking at the main bag here, it looks very much like an Alice pack or an 82 pack with 3 external pockets. And your side, the 2 side pockets do have the pass-throughs in the back too for hanging long equipment. Going around to the back of the bag, we can see everything here looks really rudimentary. We have a tubular aluminum frame. Most of these were riveted, some of them were welded, it depends on the variation. And all these straps are just either 1-inch or 2-inch nylon or cotton straps with regular plastic buckles. The shoulder straps are fairly heavy duty, but they're just lightly padded cotton straps, and believe it or not, these were actually really popular with the guys. Going back around to the front of the bag, you guys can see we have these 2-inch wide nylon straps that run down the front of the bag. They attach directly to the frame at the top, and they attach to the frame at the bottom. They are ridiculously heavy. They have either aluminum or steel heavy buckles on them, and they're extra long. So a soldier had to carry an extra load, maybe ammo cans or M72s or mortars or something. They could back these straps off and stick all sorts of extra stuff in here and strap it all down with these straps. So these heavy nylon straps, which were known as A7A straps, made these packs very versatile, very adaptable, and gave them a ridiculously high load carrying capacity. With the sleeping bag carrier removed, we can have a better look at this. Now this is an 82 pattern carrier because it's all I could find. There was a 64 pattern carrier which was functionally identical. It's probably made out of slightly different materials. So what was holding that carrier in place is there is 2 82 style sleeping bag straps here, 1-inch nylon straps, and then on top of that was those A7A straps we just talked about. So with the valise removed, we can have a better look at the main pack here. Like I said, just like an Alice pack, it just has 2 straps on the flap and a drawstring underneath it. I'm not going to open it up and dump it out for you because there's nothing going on inside this bag. Probably the only major issue the soldiers who were issued these plaques complained about was that with the sleep system installed, you had trouble getting into the main bag. But other than that, this was actually really favored among the troops. Despite how rudimentary the strap system on these packs are, they're actually very comfortable. It is worth mentioning, there should be a waist belt with this pack. And it's roughly just a 2-inch nylon strap. with a plastic buckle in the front. The 64 pattern pack remains popular with some soldiers in the Canadian military today. So much so that there's two different companies, Warrior Gear out of Petawawa, Ontario, and CP Gear out of New Brunswick, that make CAD-PAT versions of the original pack to blend in with the new equipment. These are made on small scale manufacturing and they're very expensive, and yet there's still a demand for them. This particular pack was made by Warrior Gear and follows generally that 1964 pattern with a few little upgrades here and there, but obviously in the new CAD-PAT material, so it'll blend in with the new equipment. I don't have an experience with gear from either of these companies. This particular pack is on loan from one of our members, but if anybody from either of those two companies is listening and wants me to review their product, So one of the reasons I think somebody will be watching this video is if they found one for sale, advertised somewhere, and we're looking for more information. You put it into Google and you ended up here. So if you're about to buy one of these, what do you need to know? Something you should watch out for is the condition of these bags. These are over 50 years old. Some of them have just rotted away. The one that I own, I couldn't even shoot this video with it. It would just fall apart. This one's on loan, another one's on loan from a member. So watch for a bag, make sure that it's in good shape. If you pull on things, nothing rips off of it or it doesn't seem really dry and crunchy. Obviously, have a good look at this frame. Make sure there's no dents or cracks in it or none of these parts are loose. Price range on these is tough. They used to go for around $50, just the bag and the frame. But recently up here in our markets, a bunch of new old stock frames showed up and they were selling at $100. And that kind of screwed up the price point because people still find them at flea markets and yard sales for $5 all the time. So what are they worth? They're worth whatever you're willing to pay. We have a few projects coming up with these packs in the future. And that's why I needed to get this video out there to lay some of the groundwork for the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.